Aqui, na Klabin, a gente dá muito valor à embalagem. Mas, quando falamos de pessoas, o que vem de dentro é muito mais importante do que o que se vê por fora. Há alguns anos, a Klabin passou a dar mais foco e atuar com mais intensidade nos temas relacionados à diversidade. As ações, antes pontuais, tomaram forma, ganharam tamanho e geraram resultados. Hoje, a Klabin conta com um modelo de atuação que direciona as ações voltadas para a diversidade na empresa. Definimos onde queremos chegar e, agora, trabalhamos ações que nos levam para mais perto desse objetivo de sermos uma empresa cada dia mais diversa e inclusiva. Para chegar lá, trabalhamos em 4 frentes. Área corporativa, que faz a gestão do tema, desenvolvendo ações e programas alinhados à estratégia da companhia. Comissão de gente, que discute e recomenda ações para aprovação em diretoria. Comitê de Diversidade, que constrói e apoia ações locais com representantes das unidades. E os grupos de afinidade, formados por colaboradores voluntários que se dedicam aos temas de diversidade como raça e etnia, gênero, diversidade geracional e LGBTI+. Cada grupo é responsável por discutir, construir e apoiar ações que fortaleçam seu tema e propósito específico. E é sobre eles que você vai conhecer um pouco mais agora.
Hello everyone, how are you doing? My name is Denis Correia and I'm here today with Guilherme. Hello everyone. How are you doing, Guilherme? And we are going to talk about this topic, multi-generations. We are leaders of this affinity group here at Klabin, and we hope you make good use of this time, and we love this topic, so let's share about it. Have you ever heard this sentence before? Well, in my time, things were different. Since the beginning of times, people are born, others are getting married, or others are anxious to have their driver's lessons, and others are celebrating their 90th birthday. So let's understand the generations. So we have baby boomers. They were born after the World War was over. And then, at the same time, rock and roll emerged. Generation X saw the very first computers, the personal computers, and also the internet, and experienced the dictatorship, and when the man went to the moon. Generation Y developed with the technological resources. That's why they are represented by people that are multitasked and immediate and have this intellectual preparation. So this was changed the perception of mankind, and like these topics that happened throughout history. Z generation, these are the characteristics of the centennials, because they were born connected, although they have a realist context, but they interact in the virtual world. They like to question things, and they like to understand why things happen. This generation, they lived fight against terrorism, economic recession, and how we consume technology. With all these people living together, the conflict of opinions are inevitable, but if you have an open mind, we can find new things. In the cooperative world, is not different. You have to give room to new generations, and also valuing experience and expertise of older generations. Although each group has its own features, it's impossible for us to identify ourselves with features of various generations, regardless of the year we are born. And we also have good traits. And if you take that into account, you understand the complexity and the beauty of being a human being. After all, what moves the world is our ability to learn, and there is no age when it comes to learning. Let's celebrate multi-generations and diversity. Well, as you could see, this topic is very exciting to talk about multi-generations, and we can see how this can be fantastic inside any corporation. Multi-generations They make us more compassionate people, and inside the corporate world, and when we work across different generations, allowed us to solve complex issues. And we work every day with innovative solutions. But how did this come about? When did we start talking about multi-generations? Maybe we have talked about ageism, which is a preconceived idea that unfortunately involves certain age groups, but nowadays the elderly population. So this started in Europe, and today we would like to talk about this topic here at Klabin, more specifically, to understand this ageism aspect. For example, when we are at a bus and there is an older person that is standing, and the person insists to sit at a specific seat, or you are at home during an event at home or a barbecue, and you don't allow your grandpa to wash the dishes because you think that he worked far too much during his lifetime. And the result is that you end up creating stereotypes about certain ages. And we don't want that to happen in our day-to-day life here at Klabin. That's why we decided to create this group, MultiKlabin, that works with multi-generations. And our company is a multi-generation company. We have employees from different ages and a group of interns, also very young people, and more experienced people. So we have to be inclusive in our day-to-day operations because we can gain a lot from this approach. As you watched in the video that I played, there are many types of generations with different terms, from generation Z, baby boomers, Y, X, and so on, the millenniums, centennials, and so on. So on our day-to-day life, I don't want you to fit in any of these boxes of generations. Maybe you were born in 1960 and you can be someone connected to technology or even tech-savvy. And our day-to-day, it is very perceptible to see that happening. So how can we promote diversity of generations within the work space and also gain a competitive edge out of that? So we work by fostering and raising awareness about it through conversations with certain groups and some leaders, so people can understand that we need to have an inclusive work environment for all generations, and we have to allocate room and space for the generations to express themselves, and also provide the necessary opportunities for everyone. And we seek not to be the voice that reproduces certain sentences that are stereotype. For example, oh, he's thinking too much outside the box. Oh my God, he's complaining, he's moaning. Or this idea is like a dinosaur type of idea. Oh, this is something from the past. In my time, now things are different, or in my time things were different. We're trying to avoid this kind of speeches and discourses. So my colleague here will talk more about it, how MultiKlabin works here. Guilherme, the floor is yours. That's it, Denis. This topic is very relevant because life expectancy is increasing, technology is advancing. We can see many generations interacting between each other. So in the future, 1/3 of the population will be above 60 years old, and they will be active in the market. So we started with a test that you can have features from different generations, which is what you're saying. We cannot have these preconceived ideas that every single generation has specific features only. We constitute a multidisciplinary group that involves many ages, and we sit together and talk about different topics. And this is a learning process for everyone that can be applied in the company and outside the company. The target audience are pretty much all the collaborators that are here at Klabin. Our mission is to improve the interaction across generations inside the company and outside, to open a dialogue channel so they can expose their different opinions, in improving the work environment here at Klabin, and promoting this interaction and engagement of different teams here. So we are basically managing this knowledge, all sort of knowledge, and people are bringing many questions, and we are evolving quite well on this topic, and we constantly try to motivate collaboration, respect, innovation, both collective and individual, empathy, responsibility, and the acknowledgement of our team and recognition. Thank you very much, Guilherme. Our group that started maybe focusing in São Paulo, and now we have representatives from different units of Klabin, and try to foster this environment that we can talk about different generations during our work meetings and gatherings, social gatherings. So we always think like that. We're different, and how can these differences can bring about some gains and wins for Klabin? Of course, promote inclusion and is attractive for all the ages. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this topic, multi-generations. And if you want to understand more about our actions and how we foster these dialogues about the gains among a more inclusive cooperation for the multi-generations, please contact us. We wait for you there.